Hey, it's Annabelle. How are you? Today I'm going to be talking about a few of my favorite things from the month of April. So, wow, that's a third of the year already done. I'm excited to talk about these things, and plus, you know, I always use these sort of sit-down videos to really just de-stress in a way. But I'll talk more about that later. For now, let's begin with some beauty favorites. This is a highlighter by Clay Cosmetics called Essence Moonlighter Cushion with Calming Moisture Technology. And my last week's Get Ready With Me, I actually put this on and talk about it as well. I think my favorite part is just the fact that it's so buildable. And you know how I love that bright highlight. It's very pearlescent. So I have that on over here. The way that it applies, it's not like a powder because I always use an eyeshadow, but it doesn't oxidize as quickly as an eyeshadow, and it is much more opaque than any sort of cream highlighter. The one thing about this though is that I can't get my inner corners. Even if I try to use that little circular sponge, like it doesn't work that way. I just use a different highlighter for my inner corners. But overall, I would give this a shot if you're interested, or if you enjoy cushion products. This is great for the summer. It is very cooling, so that is the Calming Moisture Technology that they talk about. And then for my other beauty favorite, it is a lipstick by ColourPop. Last month, ColourPop sent me their collections. That is a collab with Disney, so it's all about Disney villains, and I've been trying a lot of their products out. Some of them are just very wild, like, you know, glitter metallic lip gloss. Since I don't really do that on a daily basis, I've been leaning more towards their neutral products. This one is a cream lipstick in the shade Dr. Facilier. I think he is the villain in what's it called? Oh my god. Princess and the Frog. That's the movie title, right? You're gonna scold me because I've never seen that. I know it's really good. I just don't know why I've never gotten to it. This lipstick is great with my tanner skin. Like, I'm not super tan right now. I think this will look a lot better with my skin tone and not as brown. It looks a lot more pink, I guess. My other favorite from the collection is Hades. It's more similar to my regular, I guess, like apricot kind of pink orange look, but this one in particular I like today. I have it on right now, and the way I would describe it, it's kind of like the color of my gums. See? It's like the same color. The formulation is great. Like, it's creamy when it goes on. You don't feel it on your lips. However, maybe after an hour or so, you do get dried out. Like, I do feel like I need lip balm or something like that, and then it starts peeling. But that's so many lipsticks though. I've experienced that with like 90% of the things I've tried. So those are my beauty favorites. And next, following that, is skincare. I wanted to talk about this Saturday Skin Wide Awake Brightening Eye Cream, which I use daily. They also sent me this Featherweight Daily Moisturizing Cream. What a beautiful set. However, I have been experiencing like so many bad reactions this year, and this product sadly does that to my skin. I'm pretty sure if I find it somewhere here, it would say that it's for all skin types, but I don't think so. Tell me if you have this as your moisturizer and if you have dry skin. I realized a few hours later, I looked in the mirror and I actually burned my skin to the point where it looked like I was wearing blush. Not really saying that it's the product's fault. It's just, you know, everyone reacts to it, whether it's breaking out badly in acne. For me, it feels like an acid burn. I've noticed a lot of Korean makeup brands or Korean skincare brands do that to me, but their brightening eye cream doesn't do that, and it's been great. You only need a teeny tiny bit, but the formulation is very light. It almost feels like the consistency of like a makeup primer. I feel like with every eye cream, a lot of people would ask like, well, like, are there results? Like, do you see that? And I think a lot of times with skincare, it is really persistence. You won't truly see a difference until 10 to 30 years down the road. Beauty fades, and preventative measures is number one, right? So aside from this, definitely wear sunscreen. Now on to more random stuff. I have a candle again. This is by EBATES. Hold on. Oh, that's cute. It means berries. Okay, I just learned something. I tried to learn French in high school, and I'm still trying to. I got this a while ago to practice my French, but I haven't gotten to it. I know. I hold it against myself, but you know what? I'm gonna try to get to it this summer because I only have a month of school left. Bleh. So this is the Bleh candle. It's like a light floral scent. This was lit for maybe 10 to 12 hours straight in a day. I was just working at my desk all day. After all of that, it barely went down 2 centimeters. It doesn't tell me the scent, but it says bougie parfumée. So it's funny, bougie perfume, but it's not. It means, bougie means candle, and parfumée, I'm guessing it just means like fragrant, like scented candle, right? Yes. My next favorite is a Clean Canteen travel mug. Thank you so much to the viewer who recommended this to me. It is essential to my everyday. There are just so many coffee mugs out there, and originally I really wanted to try the, what is that called? The Keep Cup, because it's really cute glass with the cork and stuff, but the ratings weren't so great. And I guess like it's glass, so it's much heavier, and this one isn't like the cutest in the world for me, but I picked the red because I still enjoy that color, but just like everything else, it's not super aesthetic, but it's okay. I saw this at Walgreens. No. I saw this at Whole Foods, but I got it on Amazon. I look for a cup that doesn't spill in my bag, which it doesn't. Has a very tight twist. Because the top of the lid is designed like this, open and closed, it doesn't look that different. I just threw it in my bag when it was still open, and now I get really paranoid, so I always triple check, kind of like make sure, see, this is open and then this is closed. But everything else I love. It functions well because it keeps my drink warm for over 2 hours. I never really kept count how long, but the inside is actually much smaller than it appears because it's hollow in between. That way it doesn't get hot to the touch, and it's only 12 ounces. What's special is that the way that the lid is designed, it doesn't pour out directly, so you know when it's open you don't see directly into the cup. The stream is always like a very small, steady flow, and I don't burn myself with this, so I don't get nervous drinking out of this. 99.9% of the time I use this. I no longer use mugs. I make my coffee and right away I transfer it into this mug because my espresso machine is too short to actually fit this. The name escapes me, but thank you so much to the girl that recommended this to me. I really enjoy it. And then next, I think we're gonna get more and more random right now with the favorites. If you are into seltzer water and you're looking for more natural flavored ones, this polar grapefruit, ruby red grapefruit flavor is really good. I think it's the best one I've ever tried in my life. I'm so dramatic today. All it says is carbonated water and natural flavor. I enjoy fruit flavoring, I just don't like the actual fruit. People look at me like I'm an alien, but you know, it's just gross to me. Like My other favorites are non-tangible, so you might know that I started watching The Office maybe sometime in March, and I finished it last week, and it's definitely one of my favorites this month. But I have to say, when season 7 ended, that was almost like the ending to me of the show. I am 6 years behind, but I love Michael Scott so much. He's definitely my favorite character, and my favorite dynamic between characters is not Jim and Pam, it's Michael and Dwight. I just love that love so much. Maybe it's just because Steve Carell is just wonderful. When he left the show, I literally cried. It was like the show finale for me. It was a hard night. Other than that, my music favorite to share with you this month would be a band, Sea Pony. They're very similar to like Sales and just those very nostalgic, retro feeling indie bands, like indie pop. Tyler just canceled his Spotify premium, so maybe eventually I will get my own premium so I can finally share with you my playlists. I really recommend you to listen to the album Go With Me. It came out 8 years ago. How do you describe music? It's nice to listen to when I'm working out, because sometimes I like to listen to metal when I'm working out, and sometimes I like to listen to like classical jazz. So it's really whatever you're in the mood for. Let me see what else I had on my list. Oh yes, this Away bag. And Away sent this to me earlier this month, and I've actually ended up using it almost every day. When I first received this, I saw that it was dark gray, and it's not a color that I wear. It doesn't really go with any of my outfits, so I kind of thought like, oh, I don't know if I would just put this in my storage and only use it when I travel. All of the colors are just very sophisticated and very mature, and if I had to get one myself, I would definitely choose the dark green one on their site. So this one I just thought was like a very, like, you know, Tyler would have this one kind of thing. But I don't know, that's not meant as an insult or anything. Despite the color not really going with any of my outfits, I don't really care because it's so utilitarian and helps me seamlessly transition from class to the gym. I always have my gym clothes in here, and I keep some earbuds. I might just make a video on like what's in my school bag again. You remember when I did that freshman year? I had that big pink bag and I was like, something that I totally didn't realize until a couple days ago is that there's a pocket down here for your umbrella. It's also lined, so it's waterproof, but I don't really use it for that. When I do go to the gym, I put my keys down there because that way no one can just like, you can detach it from here. This panel is meant so that you can put it on your suitcase. I did not know that, you know, for 2 weeks I was like, what is that? Like, why you gotta make a pocket that's not a pocket? I put my earphones in here and I walked all the way to school, and then I realized that my earphones were on the ground and I was like, how did that happen? And now it makes sense that it helps you secure it to the away suitcase. You can detach this if you want, but this is how I carry it most of the time. But the bad part of that is it gets really heavy whenever I have it full of my laptop, gym clothes. Oh well, gotta take what you can get. And my last favorite I wanted to randomly mention is escape rooms, because I recently discovered one that's right here in Providence. I never knew it existed, and yet it's really close to campus. It's on Main Street. It's just really well thought out. The makers are creative and really smart, and I've been to 3 of their 4 rooms so far. This only applies if you're here location wise, but you know, there's escape rooms everywhere. But I just wanted to give them a shout out because I didn't know about it, and most people that I've asked at school, they've never even heard that this place existed. But it's really worth trying, and they swap out their rooms every couple years, I think they say. So check out Mausoleum before it gets torn down this year. I just played that last weekend, and that is it to my favorites. If you like my earrings, I get a lot of questions about my earrings. This is Ana Luisa, another asymmetric look where I chain these 2 together. So there's just so many different things you can do with them. I wanted to say that for the next few weeks, I'm gonna be a little bit absent because I'm currently juggling 5 classes, and I have 22 days until I'm completely done, and I have really big projects coming up. I'm gonna try to document it and put it into a vlog for you afterwards. It's just been crazy because I have a lot of other vlog footage I haven't even made from this month, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do about that. This next few weeks is gonna be a lot, but you know what? Like, gotta remember to be grateful. I feel like it's a broken record. Look around sometimes and just be grateful like you're in the good old days, because eventually you'll never ever be here again. You'll never live this moment, only in your memories. Focus on what centers you and what drives you, because you know, to be content is different than being happy, which is more momentary. So to be content is to truly feel fulfilled with what you have and not feel like you're lacking. And of course we can always feel like we're lacking, you know, like if you lost a loved one, if you broke up with someone, or your pet died, like all of those things. But we just take life as it comes. You know, I feel like I needed this as much as you did, so maybe you didn't need this at all. Either way, thank you so much for being here and listening to me. I'm sending you my love, and I will see you sometime. Ah, it's cold. Oh!